All right, well, you've been following my journey. I'm basically trying to breathe some new life into some Dell R620 servers. And as you've probably seen in my previous videos, is that I took an NVMe hard drive and I put it in a USB adapter with the intent of being able to free up all of the hard drive bays on the front of the R620s. That way I can use those for Ceph while running the hypervisor and virtual machines themselves off of an NVMe drive. Well, unfortunately, I keep getting this error, the ext4fs error. Then it remounts the file system as read-only, and it basically locks up. So after a little bit of research, it seems that the USB port just isn't keeping up with the NVMe drive, which I knew was a possibility, but I had to give it a shot anyways. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do next, but it's looking more and more like I'll either have to find another higher performance USB adapter or abandon that idea, use one of the slots or maybe two of the slots, which actually is going to be difficult now. I can't use RAID anymore because I flashed the H310 mini mono RAID controller into IT mode, which gets rid of the ability to do RAID. It's just a pass through, and that was done so I can use Ceph. So I'm kind of at a standstill at the moment, but just kind of really unfortunate, like kind of stopgap here. I seem to be having a lot of hiccups trying to get these machines up and running the way I want them. So I don't know, might end up just taking a whole different approach. Maybe I'll ditch Proxmox altogether. Maybe just go back to running Rocky Linux on one of the drives, install Ceph on there, and actually running the LECP/Ether channel on Proxmox. There was a lot of manual configuration, which didn't look that hard, but the ease of replicating that setup, again, not hard, but just more cumbersome than I feel like it should be, especially being that other Linux operating systems have the ability to bond the Ethernet together really easily. It's just part of the operating system. Rocky does it really easily. Actually, a few years ago, I had gone through a number of different distros and found that even Ubuntu was really, really tricky to get it up and running the way it should. But I spun up Rocky like 9.3 or 9.2 at the time. Maybe it was 9.0 actually, because it was a few years ago. And either way, it was a derivative of Red Hat that was a 9x version and got bonding running in no time at all. In fact, I have some other machines on the rack that are still running Rocky and are set up that way. So maybe it will be best, I'm kind of thinking out loud here, but it might be best to just run Rocky as the hypervisor, run a Windows VM on top of that, and get Kubernetes and Ceph all running on top of Rocky instead. So I don't know, I'll play around with it a little bit. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have input on how to move forward, please drop some comments below, and we'll pick it up in conversation. Maybe you guys can help me out. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.